Welcome back to my channel, and today you will learn about the unsupervised learning in artificial intelligence, that is the clustering. It is broadly called as clustering in artificial intelligence. So let us see what is it basically is. So it's a small topic on artificial intelligence. Now what happens in unsupervised learning is that the target features are not given in the training examples. Now what do you mean by this? Now there are two types of learning in AI, that is unsupervised learning as well as supervised learning. So in supervised learning, the target features are directly inherited from the input variables or from the training examples. Now what are these target features basically? So these target features are the features that we wish to produce on the output model, or what the output should be expected as desired by the user. And so we give a training set consisting of a fixed set of input variables, and we fed into the system for generating the desired output. So this thing is seen in the supervised learning, means under supervision of some agent or environment these things happen. While in unsupervised learning there is no agent or no one is there to supervise, and so these target features are not directly given by the training examples, and so it is dynamically generated. First for this you have to construct the classification and then clustering. Means for unsupervised learning, since there is no supervision, first we have to do the classification of the examples which are there in the training set, and based on those training set examples we'll cluster them accordingly by using certain standard clustering algorithms such as k-means or k-medoids algorithm or some other algorithm. The next step is partitioning of these samples into clusters or classes. Means either you can classify it if there is more requirement for the clustering, then clustering can be done. Now clustering is basically done to predict the error on these examples. So we'll see that. So first in this unsupervised learning we have to do the classification. That is, step 1 is to classify the examples which are there in the training set. So what this classification gives is, it gives the feature values for the training set examples. Now feature values are those values which are inherited or exhibited by those examples from the training set. Now this feature values are unique for different examples. Now for example, consider a training set of disease. Now the disease can be categorized into or there are many types of disease like lung disease or heart disease or brain disease or some other cancer. So this all disease have a peculiar property that will exhibit. So these properties are called as the feature values. So we will classify them and then we will cluster them. Second step is clustering, that is predication of the error on prediction. Now we'll choose the best clustering algorithm. Now in clustering we will predicate the error. Means for example, we have a training set. In that training set we will first classify those examples. Now these examples are further done the clustering. Now clustering is done mainly for opening of the errors which are there present in this examples. Now these errors are basically probably distributed, like it is based on the prediction. Means for some random variable x, if we generate the output, then it may not be the expected one as of the desired user. So we will then discard those output and we will generate the new one. So that is basically the prediction error. Means we will predict. There is no such particular fixed or algorithm for this clustering. It is generated dynamically. If we find the previous one was worse than the new one, then we will consider the new one, and so vice versa the thing happens. Now out of this we choose the best clustering algorithm which is done for the clustering, that is k-means, k-medoids or birch or some other techniques which are available in data mining and machine learning. Now, there is an example. This example consists of a analyst, that is a disease analyst is there, diagnostic basically. So in this first we will categorize the diseases which are there, that is it is coronary heart disease or hepatitis B virus or hepatitis A virus, or if it is a renal or kidney failure, or if there are some other diseases. So first the analyst or the agent, the robotic agent, first needs to classify those diseases accordingly, and these diseases are then fed into a training set. Now this helps the agent to classify, means for what disease what particular output should be there, or what kind of special treatment should be given for each of these diseases. Obviously we cannot give the medicine which is fed to kidney failure to heart disease, so that may cause error and it will give the patient may fall in coma or something like that. So that should not happen with the robotic agent also. So for that we do the clustering. Now clustering is done for the predictive error, means like if the medicine for kidney failure is given to heart disease, then what are the worst case conditions that is going to happen, or we will first classify them, then we will cluster them. So clustering is basically done for identifying the treatments and for individually allocating the precautions as well as the suggestions which needs to be carried for each of these diseases. Now moving further, we'll see what are the two types of clustering. So in mining, that is the artificial intelligence, we have two types of clustering, that is the hard clustering as well as the soft clustering. Now what is the difference between these two? Now in hard clustering we have a definite class consisting of the training set examples, means we have the examples and variables from the training set, will assign it to a definite class. Now that class it belongs will be permanent throughout the execution and throughout the process, there will be no change in that. And the another one is the soft clustering. Soft clustering basically differs from hard clustering by the probability distribution of the examples from the training set, means based upon the probability it will keep on changing on this training set, means from this disease to this disease, means it's not compulsory that a person having a heart disease will not have a kidney failure. So it may be building on the dependency what the patient has, means if he has a single disease or multiple disease, then that will be considered under the soft clustering. Next, there is a broad statement made in unsupervised learning. So it says that the prediction of values for the features of an example is the weighted average of the predictions of the classes in the example is in weighted by the probability of the example being in the class. Now what does it mean? See, the prediction of values for the features of an example means we have a training set, in that will predict the values of this training set variables. Now these individual features is the weighted average of all the prediction variables which are there in the classes, and provided that those variables are probably distributed, or they follow a probability distribution function in the training set. So this is a short description about what is unsupervised learning or the clustering algorithm. If you found this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe for more videos, and do comment. So thanks for watching.